Pablo here, and I'm gonna review this movie because I'm too lazy to actually edit and do a video. So I'm just gonna do an unscripted video, and I've been here a while because of my laziness and because of lack of internet connection, which I have now. So let's get started on this. So Hoopa Clash of Ages. I saw this movie, and I know I'm late, but just hang with me here. Maybe I'll point out something. Um, I can't review this movie without spoiling a bunch of stuff, so I'm sorry if you haven't seen it, even though I'm pretty late. So, Hoopa Clash of Ages basically talks about, I guess, the internal struggle of a Pokemon between its two forms. Because one form is drunk with power, while the other one is more humble and more liking towards its human beings due to how it grew up around the other people. While its other form was trapped in a bottle for thousands of years, really angrily because it never got to show off more of its power, or show how strong it is because it's got trapped in a bottle. So, unscripted, don't care. So anyway, there's a lot of legendaries in this because Hoopa has the ability to kind of teleport or summon things through its hoops or rings or something. And there's some pretty funny jokes in there, how like it steals food or how it gives people stuff. Like it summoned a bunch of Pikachu's and it was kind of cute. So, like, let's talk about what I do like about the movie. I find it interesting how they actually put some depth into the Pokemon itself. Like, they had to make it talk, and I understand that. 'Cause talking Pokemon are kind of a staple in the movies. But sometimes it's unnecessary, like the Shaman and Giratina movie. Shaman didn't really need to talk in that one. Hoopa, on the other hand, because there was so much character to it, it kind of had to talk. While its other form, the one trapped in the bottle, doesn't really talk much, but that works for it, because this one has more character due to its time spent with humans. So it was interesting to see Pokemon having conflict with its own self. I don't know if that's a metaphor for anything. I'm trying to be more of a movie buff, but this probably isn't the best way to start. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. And I did like the legendaries coming out and battling. That was pretty fanboyish, I guess. It's kind of. I think that was more for the younger generations, like the kids. It's like, oh my god, this legendary's gonna battle this other legendary. Who's gonna win? To me, it was more like, oh yeah, I remember that guy from that one movie. Because they actually do show some of the Pokemon from like where their habitat is. They show it from the past movies, such as Lugia in the oceans or Latios and Latias in that city from Pokemon Heroes. What was it called? Yeah, it was Pokemon Heroes. So I kind of like that. It kind of made me think, oh, maybe this isn't going to be another genocide one where they just put a load on the older generations and be like, yeah, we forgot about you. We're going to focus on the kids now because that's where the money is. So at least they put something in there for everyone. Now, there are some things that obviously people aren't going to like and that I didn't like. Some things I didn't like for personal reasons, such as mentions of gods or people having powers, which makes people think that people are related to Pokemon, which is just super annoying theory that I don't like because I find it creepy. And I don't really like it when people like don't use the word God right or use the God when they mean someone's powerful. Like I just don't really like that word. Like it's not the word, it's just I don't like how people use the word. So those are just personal reasons because they call Arceus a god and because some people have powers which they don't really explain. And then we fall to what I didn't like about it is that the lack of explanation. You got the people that have powers for no reason, you're just descendants of a tribe or something. You got, spoiler alert, a black hole or a black hole twister, something like that, that is trying to eat the town because too many legendaries were summoned, or something like that. No one really knows why. The theory is that a lot of legendaries were summoned, and that's why there's a black hole. If you wanted to make it better, you could have just said that at a last ditch effort, the evil Hoopa, or just at least conflicted Hoopa, did a last ditch effort and made a black hole just to show how strong it is. You could have just done that, but yeah, let's go with summoning too many legendaries. Like, what does that even mean? They could have done something much better to explain that. But it's okay because it all gets fixed because Arceus shows up at the end. Why? I don't know because there's a lot of legendaries. Another thing that I find it really hard to understand is the whole Mega Evolution in the anime because in both the games in the anime, I'm not sure about the manga, so trying to catch up on that. They talk about how you need a strong bond to Mega Evolve with your Pokemon. Not only do you need the stones, but you need a strong bond. In the games, you can't really show that. You can just do whatever you want. But in the anime, they actually show it with the whole that saga with the gym leader and Lucario thing. How they're strong bonded, were able to Mega Evolve, but they had no control over it. Now, in this movie, Rayquaza obviously doesn't need a Mega Stone, but it's listening to Ash, and so are Latios and Latias, who are also Mega Evolved, and they're listening to Ash. Ash is even riding on them, which is cool. It's cool that he's riding on them. Love moments when people are riding on Pokemon, but still, how are you explaining that? Like, where are their stones, or how are they Mega Evolving? Like, what is that? So yeah, and like I guess there could be different morals and interpretations of this movie because the movie doesn't really go into the specific of what the moral is. It talks a lot about power and strength. Like, is true strength being able to control your power? Like being able to control it? Or does can power be innocent? Can like what exactly is the moral here? I'm not really sure. I interpret things much different than anyone else does. But it was nice to see a bunch of legendaries fighting. Kind of made me think of Godzilla, but also made me think of Man of Steel because they were fighting in a city and they were causing a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure people got hurt. They don't show it in the movie, but realistically, I'm pretty sure people would have gotten hurt after all. But if I were to watch this movie again, I probably would. If I was just bored and, you know, it's not a must watch, but if you got time, watch it, I guess, For young, as always, when it comes to Pokemon movie, for the younger kids, I always recommend it to them because, you know, good animation, fun to watch. You get to watch, like, nice art in the battles. For the older generations, I would just say, when you're watching this, watch it as if you were watching one of those animes, like Sword Art Online, where the animation's really good, the soundtrack's really good, the action is awesome. Just don't go too much into the story because then you're just going to lose yourself. Try to watch for its best qualities and don't focus on its negative. Because if you just focus on its negative, then you're just watching a bad movie then, in your own eyes. So, I guess that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching.